Welcome back to Community BattleCast PrimeTime. Doom Tankers here with another episode full of news, mods, your BattleCast, and a fun twist to the fan art section. So let's get this show on the road. Chase Bjorgen, the cinematographer, editor, and motion graphic artist at EA Los Angeles, tweeted that he's working on new trailers for EA's upcoming games for this year's E3, notably Dragon Age 3 and the next Command & Conquer, which hopefully means we'll get to see something at E3 this year from June 11th through June 13th. Cross your fingers and hope we see something good from the new game. Following that up with the first Ask a Develop for the new CNC, featuring Chris Tambirno, the art director, he showed off different design points for each faction. The link is below, and it's an inside look at the design choices that went into the units that we see in the trailer and screenshots. There's also a sneak peek at what upcoming unit skins could look like. Tim Morton was interviewed by GameWelt TV or Game World TV in Munich, and while there isn't really any new information in the interview, that didn't stop the folks at CNC Inside from pulling a frame from the background to identify what appears to be a new menu. Whether this is in-game or in a launcher is not known, but there isn't much to see at any rate. There is a play button, so I guess that's positive. Tim Morton also discussed a few of the challenges that the Frostbite 2 engine brings. The first developer diary has been released, if you haven't already seen it, which is a nice behind-the-scenes look at the upcoming CNC title. There isn't a whole lot of hidden Easter eggs in this particular episode, but a couple points we'd like to highlight are Sam Bass is seen working on a project called APA Mission 1, which suggests that there's a minimum of 3 separate campaigns, but hopefully more. At a couple points we're given a pretty good look at in-game UI, which will likely change since the game isn't finished yet. The video is chock full of interesting points from Lewis Castle to some new caster units, so if you haven't seen it, this is a must-see. CNCSaga.com has started their first in a series of monthly fan-created competitions. The goal is to make any form of fan art, graphic, costume, video, fanfic, etc. to win a unique Lego minifigure. This month, it's Kane with a green Tiberium crystal. Although the competition will have a topic for each month, you are free to use any topic you please through the month of May. Here are the rules. One cannot win 2 months in a row. One must be the author of the work. Stick to the CNC universe. Administrators are not allowed to participate. Sorry guys. The winning creation will be determined by a panel of representatives from a large section of the fan creations. All fan creations posted to CNC Saga automatically participate in the competition, unless otherwise requested. The creations will be judged between each other on originality, aesthetics, and overall work spent. To get all the details, you can check out the link below. If you want more competition, be sure to check out CNC subreddit and their monthly screenshot contest, where all you have to do is post a screenshot to their thread. As long as it's CNC and yours, it qualifies. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link and post away. CNC Legos has released a new episode after a bit of a hiatus. Season 5, Episode 3 is out, and it's bringing the next installment to the Rise of the Brotherhood. Of course, if you haven't already seen it, check in the links below and be sure to watch the other episodes if you've missed them. It's also featuring new voice actors, including our very own Sybert. Really? How'd you get the voice actor gig? Phase 2 beta testing is moving forward for Renegade X. In a recent post, they showed off more new updates, including a new map, Mesa 2, as well as a couple new weapons. The flat cannon, and the chemical thrower. They also have their new forums up and running now too. You can check out the links below for the full article and all the details. Now it's time for the mod spotlight. We've got something different for you guys this month. But first, let's spotlight a couple actual CNC mods. General's Universe is a total conversion for Tiberium Wars. This mod will bring all the General's action to the Tiberium Wars engine, and it's looking pretty good so far. It's scheduled to release the 3rd quarter of this year, so it's definitely one to keep your eyes on. Up next is Evolutions, which you may have known previously as Halo Evolutions, which is a mod for Tiberium Wars that aims to bring the Halo universe to a proper RTS. They recently posted a unit spotlight for the Mantis, which is based on the mech from Halo 4. They're also reaching out to the community to help with the voices for the units, so if you want to be a voice actor, here's your chance. Hit the link in the description below and check it out. The next few mods I have for you guys are actually for GTA 4. I stumbled across these, and since, well, technically they're mods and they're Command & Conquer related, I figured I'd share them with you. First off is a fully functional Kirov airship, perfect for causing some mayhem while keeping a distance from the police. Next up is an RA-3 Empire Sea Wing. Yuriko Omega gets her own mod too, giving you the powers of everyone's favorite psychic-powered schoolgirl. There's actually multiple mods for this one to work, so check in the original video's description for all the links. And the last one I have, while technically this one isn't Command & Conquer related, you could still call it a GDI medium tank. or an allied medium tank. And since it's what yours truly did for 3 years in actual US Army, I couldn't pass this up. Here we have a fully functional M1A2 Abrams main battle tank, perfect for taking on anything the Soviets or the Empire can throw at you.
Welcome to the BattleCast 3, I'm Sybert, your host, and in Game 1 we have Tasmani as the infamous US Air Force General in the north versus Karo as the Chinese Infantry General in the south on Tournament Desert in General 0 Hour 1.06. Staying true to his faction, Karo goes for a forward barracks next to the middle supplies and starts pumping tank hunters. Taz is ready for it and already has a spy drone in the middle of the map, keeping an eye on everything. Karo isn't content to stay in the middle and he starts sending units up the field left, right, and center, only to be stopped by the incredible Humvees of Taz. Or is he? It seems the man spam is too great and Karo starts making headway. What is this, Kane's Wrath? Karo, with a handful of infantry, is able to kick Taz out of the match in one of the fastest battlecasts ever. Game 2 actually takes us to Kane's Wrath on tournament decision with bonus as the Nod in the southwest and Unleashed as the Traveler 59 in the northeast, and this is on the 1.02 plus balance patch. Unleashed goes for fast tech and a corruptor, but bonus sends a buggy for a southern scout. Bonus swarms the corruptor while it's taking down the Tib spike, but the lightning spike deals with the buggies. Bonus brings out the big guns with the least sneaky flame tank in the world, while he double expands, or at least tries to. The first hexapod is out and quickly goes down to some solid EMP buggy control by bonus, but the second hexapod isn't quite so easy to kill as Unleashed uses the Prodigy to whisk it away. Bonus pushes forward with venoms, beam cannons, and buggies that tear through Unleashed's main and part of the natural, but even the Redeemer follow-up isn't enough to quite finish off Unleashed. Bonus goes in for another attack with his beam cannons, but decides to donate his units to Unleashed's bank account. Wasn't that nice? Unleashed is incredibly close to death, with his only structure remaining being a power plant. He's forced to send his hexapod to the opposite side of the map and assault Bonus's base head-on. The EMPs lock down the hexapod and all is lost. Or is it? As a hero emerges from the threshold of defeat, Unleashed grabs the MCV of Bonus and builds an extra power plant just as Bonus's Redeemer takes out Unleashed's old base. Bonus sells off the rest of his expansion, and even with a Tiberium Vapor Bomb, it's not enough to kill off Unleashed. Match 3 is on Industrial Strength and Red Alert 3 with Lowmaker in the southwest as the Soviets and Yui in the northeast as the Allies. Lowmaker goes War Factory before Super Reactor while Yui gets an airfield and sets up an early expansion that is delayed a few seconds by a bear. 4 Vindicators from Yui are grounded by the might of Bullfrogs and Lowmaker scares away a Harvester while taking a fast 4th and 5th refineries. Terror drones are on the field to take down Harvesters, but Yui uses his bombs to clean them up while taking minimal damage. Lowmaker builds an airfield and he switches to Twin Blades, allowing him to curb a Riptide Vindicator harassment party. He goes for some Harvester kills but overcommits and loses his forces to the air power of Yui. Another assault fails at the walls of Yui's base, but Maker uses Akulas to lock down another harassment attempt. The retreating Riptides spot the MCV and are crushed for their information, but it alerts Yui of a dual Tesla push from Maker, which is confidently curb stomped into the ground. Both players go for each other's base, and in the end Yui rules the land while Maker rules the sea. Maker is pushed into a corner of the map and Yui's chomping at the bit to start the final push. Yui gathers his forces and makes a tremendous assault on Maker's stronghold, but it's not enough, and Maker holds while constantly bombarding Yui with dreadnoughts. Yui is forced back and Maker puts up a good fight, but in the end Yui has too much power and he ensures a chilling victory over Maker. That's your 3 for this episode.
And now it's time for the community fan art section. Now I know I'm a little late for the April Fool's thing, I know. Last episode was a little late. I still wanted to do this. I'll just let this fan video from Arrow Ghost set this up for me. You know, I was honestly surprised the amount of RA pony stuff. But first, here's Twilight Sparkle representing the Brotherhood of Nod and my theoretical chaos. Remember, purifying flames are magic. He's also done a pic of a Tesla trooper. Or pony, stallion, whatever. It appears Princess Celestia has discovered Yuri's plan. A psychic dominator. Arlen has brought several nicely rendered CNC pony crossovers. The first 2 I have for you are box art for Pony Alert 2 and its expansion, Trixie's Revenge. I don't know if giving Derpy a mammoth tank is such a good idea in this picture. And lastly, here's some Generals loading screens for CNC Generals Pony Hour. Generals Twilight, Trixie, Pinkie Pie, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash. And to end this whole thing, how about another parody video from Aeroghost of the Soviets dropping a rain nuke? I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just remember, no matter what, we all like to blow stuff up, just some of us with cute ponies. And that wraps up another episode for Community BattleCast Primetime. As always, if you guys have news, mods, or fan art you want to share with the community, feel free to reach nodsoldiergirl at her email, nodsoldiergirl@hotmail.com, and we'll see you guys on the battlefield.